Hello and welcome to the very first video of 2024. I'm so excited. So today, because it's the first one in the new year, I'm going to go over all the things that I am excited for that are coming out this year, and then things that I hope that we find out this year. So I'm going to start off with the books. To be honest, there's not many. So please, if you have any books that you're excited for coming out this year, please let me know. I need to branch out than more than just, or I want to branch out than more than just like the really popular books. So number one, of course, Crescent City 3. I think we are all really excited for this. I haven't read Crescent City 1 or 2, but if there's a plus side to being unemployed at the moment, it is reading those books, so that way I can read Crescent City 3 along with everybody else. So I'm very excited for that. The second one, Funny Story by Emily Henry. I love Emily Henry books. She's one of those authors that no matter what she writes, I'm picking it up, if that makes sense. Like I'm going from, like, doesn't matter what it is, I trust her and love her writing so much, I'm picking it up. And then lastly, hopefully we get the Fourth Wing book. She did say that it was going to be a little bit longer than between like Fourth Wing and Iron and Flame, which I think was about 8 months. So it's going to take a little bit longer than that. But we should hopefully be seeing it within 2024. So I'm too excited. She said it wouldn't be too long in between them. So fingers crossed we get that one. Okay, so now I'm going to go into TV shows and movies because there's a lot more of that, because we've had a lot more updates with that, especially with the strike, or coming out of the strike. So please let me know if there's any other books that you're excited for in 2024. Okay, so some of the MCU movies, or I guess Marvel movies and TV shows, because Madam Web is coming out, which I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see a little bit more of that world, but it's not necessarily the MCU. Deadpool 3, I still have to see Deadpool 2, but I'm excited for what this means for the MCU of having them all come back, having them be variants, all that stuff. I'm excited to see what that means. And then we have Echo and Agatha TV shows. I know a lot of people weren't necessarily excited for the Echo show, but I am, being as someone who is deaf, I'm so excited to see this representation and see kind of this morally gray villain who is trying to find her way, all that fun jazz. I'm hoping that we get maybe some cameos in there. I got to meet, or my interpreter for the Epic Con down in Atlanta, she was an interpreter for the actress who plays Echo, and I do not know how to pronounce her name. I'm so sorry. But she got to be a part of that, which was really fun. So I'm excited to see those two. I'm excited for everything that's going to get introduced for the MCU. And I also like that it has kind of slowed down. We have significantly less releases this year than we did in 2023. So I'm excited to see what this means for the MCU. Next movie. Oh, I just totally skipped over where I was. Of course, my notes on my phone. This is coming out really shortly, but the way that I've been so excited for this movie, Mean Girls, the musical, which, by the way, if you didn't know it was the musical version, it is the musical version. Someone pointed that out on TikTok that a lot of releases recently, in their previews, if it's a musical, they haven't really been stating that's a musical or made it very clear in the previews or in the trailers. Also, like, Anyone Before Me is a Shakespeare adaptation, which like they never mention in any of the trailers, which is really interesting way that they're marketing things for 2024. And as someone who does marketing, I've definitely been keeping my eye on that, and it's very intriguing. I'm curious how people are going to respond to finding out that some of these movies that are coming out are musicals when it's not very clear in the trailer. We also have the Avatar, that Last Airbender live action remake that is coming out this year in February, I believe, with the original Cabbage Man coming back. The voice actor is coming back to be in it, to be the Cabbage Man, so I'm really excited for that. I am curious to see how similar it is going to be to the animated show, but that one, I'm really excited for that one. I love Avatar. We have Bridgerton season 3, which is finally coming out. I feel like that finished filming so long ago. I'm intrigued to see because we left off with Eloise and Penelope. I'm intrigued to see where we go from there. I know they skipped over a book with like the seasons, so I wasn't the biggest I'm not the biggest Bridgerton fan. I'll like watch it and I get sucked into it for like 3 weeks and I love it for like 3 weeks, and then it's something that I kind of forget about. It's not something I'm constantly going back to rewatch. So we'll see how quickly I actually end up watching season 3. It took me a year, I think, to watch season 2. So we'll see. But that one is coming out and I am excited for it. It lost its momentum, and I hope they figure out how to kind of pick up the Bridgerton momentum again. Something that I was like doing research to see what was coming out. One that I didn't know that was coming out was Despicable Me 4, apparently. I didn't know that they were still telling the story. I kind of thought after Rise of Gru, I thought that was like kind of a great fourth one. Or is that a third one? Fourth one? Anyway, apparently they're making a fourth one. Another funny one, staying on Steve Carell, because he's obviously Despicable Me. The movie If. That looks really cute. It's the imaginary friends need help, need saving. The animation looks fantastic. It's like a mix of animation and live action, so that looks like it's going to be really entertaining, and a great cast. That'll be one that'll probably wait until it's on some sort of streaming network to go do. Then we are hopefully getting Wicked Part 1 in the fall if they stay on schedule. I know the strike has knocked a lot of things off, their original dates, but I believe they were done filming before the strike happened. So fingers crossed that we still get Wicked Part 1 in I think it's November. Then we also have Inside Out 2. If you aren't excited for that one, who are you? Because that Inside Out 1 changed so many lives. That was so good. And like introducing new emotions. I'm surprised it took them this long to do Inside Out 2. So I'm really excited for that. I feel like I've been waiting forever for that one. Okay. And then we have You, the final season of You. They have not announced the dates, only that it will be coming out in 2024. And that was in August, so that was like mid strike. So we should be hearing, so it should still be okay for 2024, or should still be set for 2024. There's a few entities that have not been very clear about projects that were supposed to come out in 2024, if they have been postponed or not. So like there's some Star Wars projects that I believe are supposed to come out in 2024. I don't know if they are. Let me... So one of the projects that I think was supposed to come out in 2024 that we haven't heard any updates on is called The Acolyte. I don't see any update on whether or not that got pushed back or what's going on with it. There's still just the post from last April that it's supposed to come out in 2024. That seems to be the most recent. And I believe we're supposed to get a second season of the Tales of the Jedi. But there's no release date on that. And Star Wars is one like kind of entity of Disney Plus that is very tight-lipped about release dates, and is not very vocal about things. So we'll see when we get those updates. I guess this is a good segue into the things that I hope that we hear. I hope we hear those updates. I hope we hear about all of the things that they announced. They don't make their announcements super public. So we'll see how that goes. The like release dates they tend to make public. More of the like if they decided to scrap a project, they don't make that very public, which I get. I don't know. Other things that I am hoping that we hear this 2024, I guess maybe predictions, hoping, I don't know, whatever you want to do, or whatever you want to call that. A lot of release dates. I hope we get release dates for so many things, especially after the strike. So I hope we get release dates for Avatar 6, because one, I want it this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. I hope we get Avatar 6, and then I hope we get the announcement of Fourth Wing 3. And then also I hope we get an announcement about Wicked Powers, the first book in the Wicked Powers series, which is the next and final installment of the Shadowhunter series. I know that she is coming out with a lot of like novellas or collection of stories that's coming out this year, which I'm also I think that sorry, we're gonna walk that back real quick. It's not officially coming out this year. She raised money for it. She did a Kickstarter. She got enough money for it, so we will be getting those books. It's just a matter of when. I don't know, so I don't know if it's coming out in 2024. Oh no, I just deleted. Okay, I thought I just deleted all of my notes and I didn't. We're good. And then in regards to Percy Jackson, I hope we get an announcement once all 8 episodes come out. I hope we get the announcement for season 2. I think they've already kind of hinted at it. So I hope we get that. And then I hope we get the announcement of book 7, or book 2 of the new Percy Jackson trilogy that Rick is writing. Uncle Rick is so busy though, so wouldn't blame him if it doesn't come out until early 2025. A girl can only hope, right? I would much rather him write season 2 of the Percy Jackson show than come out with book 7, if that makes sense. I hope that we get an Outer Banks season 4 release date. I know that they just started filming. I was hopeful that they would get to start filming in time for it to come out at the end of 2024, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm guessing they're going to stick to the like early, I think season 3 came out in like February of last year. So I'm hoping that they kind of stick to that timeline and we get it in February of 2025. But we'll see. And then the last thing that I'm hoping that we see, or last big thing that I hope that we find out this year, is the replacement actor for Kang. I'd be really surprised if we don't hear about that this year. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like make what things that I want to hear because of the strike, and that pushed so many things back. So a lot of things are I just want to hear the updates about this. But what are you hoping that you hear this year? And are there any movies, TV shows, books that you are excited for that are coming out in 2024? Please let me know, because I want to make a big list of things to be able to watch and read this year. Mostly when they come out on streaming, but we'll see if I can make it to theaters and do it that way. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful start to 2024. Bye.